Hi, everybody. This is Matt Dubin, candidate for Washington State Representative in the 36th Legislative District. 36th District is Ballard, Magnolia, Queen Anne, and Belltown. And we're really excited about running a meaningful and competitive race here in the 36th. The theme of my campaign and the reason why I'm running is called There Is No Them. And it's based on my frustration, and I think a frustration that a lot of us share, that the politics we've been doing now and for some time are really based on us versus them, on dividing us into groups. And whether those groups are by our political affiliation, our economic situation, or any other kind of identity-based reason, that the policies that we've been adopting are dividing us, identifying us by these groups, dividing us, and looking for solutions, zero-sum solutions that essentially presume that one group needs to be pushed down or harmed in some way for another group to benefit. What's happening is we are experiencing deeper divisions in our community, and we're not getting any closer to solving the problems we need to solve. I felt it was time for someone to speak up that the way we're doing this is wrong. And it's wrong because it divides us, and it's wrong because it's not helping us solve our problems. And so I really intend to use this approach on all the issues that are affecting our community right now. And the three issues, and hi Tiffany, thanks for joining us. Let me know if you have any questions. The three issues we're going to be focusing on the most during the campaign, from the foundation of There Is No Them, is homelessness, drug addiction, and property crime. And those three issues are really all very tightly interconnected. You know, the misery of homelessness can lead to addiction. Addiction can lead to homelessness, and certainly the need to get more drugs can lead to a person to commit property crime, whether it's car prowling or breaking into your house. These are all interrelated problems, and we need really comprehensive interrelated solutions. So today I want to talk just a little bit about drug addiction, how we're dealing with it now as a community, and how we could be doing it better. So the way we deal with it now is police officers really have no discretion. If there is an addict in the park, on the street, and they're found with narcotics on them, and whether it's heroin or meth or crack or some other kind of drug, the police officers have no discretion. They have to arrest this person. They arrest them, they book them, they're in the system, there's a whole lot of paperwork, it gets passed over to the prosecutor's office. Now the prosecutor, again, has no discretion. They have got to work up the case. They've got to present it to the judge. There's preliminary hearings. There's the adjudication, whether it's a plea or a trial, and there's sentencing. If they're sentenced, now they're going to jail. So we've got all these people involved in all these expenses to take this drug addict, who probably is also homeless, who might also have mental health issues, and we're putting them into this massive, expensive criminal justice system. They get cranked through the system, they do a couple weeks in jail, and they're sent back out on the street without adequate social services, without any drug treatment, and the end result is they're more likely to be addicted, they're more likely to be homeless, they're less likely to have gainful employment or any kind of source of income, and they're back out on the street in front of your business or in front of your house. So how's the system working for us? If they're not getting help and they're just back on the streets just a few weeks later, and we've spent all this money and invested all these resources, I would argue it's not working at all. I would also argue it's not moral. Drug addiction isn't a crime. And to take people who are stuck in horrible, horrible addiction to some of these drugs and to treat them like criminals and put them through our criminal justice system, it's not moral, it's not humane, it's expensive, and it's not addressing the problem that it's intended to address. So what do? Well, we look to our own community and see what's already happening from the grassroots. And so there's a program called LEAD, L-E-A-D. It stands for Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion. And I had the great privilege to sit in on one of their operational meetings last week, hosted by Tara Moss, who's the director of Seattle-King County LEAD program. What the LEAD program does is it gives police officers another tool. That's it. It gives them another tool. They still have the right to arrest somebody who's violating drug laws. Probably they're violating other laws as well, but they have the discretion to arrest them and go through this whole process we just talked about. But they have the added tool of designating this person for diversion. And look, the cops are seeing the same people, the same drug addicts over and over and over again. They know these people. They're in the system. This is a way they can divert them from the criminal justice system, get them hooked up with a case manager. The case manager coordinates with housing services, drug treatment, other kinds of social services. The person never gets arrested. They never get into the system. And in these operational meetings, what I saw is law enforcement officers, prosecutors, case managers, drug treatment people, other social workers, all working together out of genuine concern to get help for these people, to get them integrated back into our society, to get them out of the criminal justice system. And the best part is this system costs less than the criminal justice system that we're using right now. That's right. By diverting these people from the criminal justice system, we're providing them much needed help. We're making it less likely that they'll be drugged out and back on the streets, back in our parks, back in front of the building. We're helping integrate them back into our community, and it costs less than what we're doing now, which frankly isn't working at all. This is just one example of where an inclusive win-win policy that recognizes we're all part of the same community, that we're all affected by the policies that we adopt, can work better than the current us versus them politics. We've got to break out of this commitment to doing things a certain way because somebody proposed it and start looking outside the box at policies that can actually help people regardless of where they come from. I want to thank Tara for inviting me to the operational meeting and everybody involved with the LEAD project for the amazing work that you're doing. I intend to highlight the LEAD project and projects like this when I'm talking about homelessness and drug addiction during the course of my campaign. And when I am elected, I can assure you that I'll make sure we're putting more energy and more money into things like the LEAD program and less into taking nonviolent drug addicts and throwing them into the system, into jail, and ultimately putting them back out on the streets with no help at all. That's it for today. Again, I'm Matt Dubin. My website is thereisnothem.us. And I'd love for you to join the campaign, volunteer, donate, follow our Facebook page, and share it with everybody you know. It's early, but there's a lot to do. There's a lot of people we need to meet, and we're very, very excited about this campaign. Again, thereisnothem.us, because in reality, there is no them. This is Matt Dubin. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.